Today we're going to be going over 7 fragrances that you can wear that will instantly make you feel more confident. This is something I've talked about before, but I like to really harp on it because I want everyone to know just kind of the power of fragrance, embracing it, having it do wonderful things for you. A lot of people are in it for, the compliment factor and that sort of thing, and that's awesome, and I understand that. But the other side of it is, it can make yourself feel better. It can kind of help your just personal development. Being able to step out of the house wearing something that you think smells amazing, that other people are going to think smells amazing, can really do something for you. We've got 7 fragrances to cover here. Most of these are going to be affordable designers. We do have one niche scent though, and we have a good mess of different ones here. So a little bit of something for everybody. And if you do want to grab any of these for yourself, I will link them up down below so you can get them at a nice discount. You may notice the lighting is a little bit off compared to normally. Some of my lights are starting to go out. They were flickering like crazy and ruining the whole video. I had to start this over, so yeah. More bulbs are on the way, unfortunately. These lights, they work pretty hard every single day, and it's been a couple of years now, so I guess I should have seen that coming. Let's jump into it. First up, Prada Lunarosa. This one is the Eau de Toilette. Now, for me personally, I could substitute any other Prada Lunarosa fragrance in place of this one and have it still make me feel on top of the world. Prada Lunarosa Black, Prada Lunarosa Carbon, Prada Lunarosa Sport, the discontinued but extremely good Prada Lunarosa Extreme. Any of those would work. However, I kind of wanted to circle back and give some love to the original because I think this one is still amazing. This one has lavender, mint, and ambrette as some of the main notes. So it opens up green and minty fresh. You get a nice Prada quality soapy lavender throughout the entirety of the scent, and a nice kind of slightly warm chocolatey type of feel from the ambrette. There's also ambroxan in here, but it's used more as a base note rather than at the forefront like a lot of ambroxan fragrances these days. You can use ambroxan and not have it take over and turn into a blue scent. They use it tastefully in here, kind of adds a little bit more of a warm fuzziness to the base. This one's so clean, so fresh, so masculine, and so upscale. It's Prada quality. They really do a good job at consistently making some of the best clean soapy fragrances for men without breaking the bank. Next up, Missoni Wave. Yeah, can you see it? No, you can't because it's backwards. There we go. I can't really see it that way either. Missoni Wave. I really like this stuff. If you haven't smelled it yet, essentially it kind of, should I say, copies a couple other popular designers out there. Chanel Allure Homme Sport and Versace Pour Homme. Kind of is their crack at that style of scent, and they did it good. So good that it's almost a little too close. Yeah, basically no holds barred. This is a clone of those 2 fragrances. They didn't really try to change it a whole lot. And it's weird how they got to that point because the original Missoni Parfum for men is relatively original. Now that one gets compared to Bleu de Chanel. I don't really get a comparison to that. I think because it has grapefruit, people automatically think Bleu de Chanel, and it doesn't work like that for me. This one here though is very blatantly similar to the 2 I just mentioned. Sure, there's a little bit of a twist on it, I guess, but not a whole lot. Sea notes, orange, citruses are some of the main notes. Very pleasant, very clean, super wearable. It has a nice vibrant juiciness about it, very appropriate for summertime, warmer weather in general, but if you wanted it to, you could have it be your signature scent and wear it all year round. It's so versatile, this thing would work for literally anything. School, work, running errands, even an evening out. It just works for anything. It doesn't really matter what you wear it for. I know for me, every time I spray this one on, I just feel uplifted, I feel energized, and I feel 10 times better. So check this one out. It's still relatively new to the market, but it's a decent pickup. If you already have the Chanel and the Versace, you might find this to be redundant. Personally, I'm still glad I have it. I just kind of find myself reaching for this in situations where maybe I wouldn't normally gravitate towards those. It's a little bit more vibrant and juicy to some extent. So obviously when it comes down to it, fragrance is a great way to kind of give you that boost you need. But another thing that you can do and kind of make a routine of to help make yourself feel better every single day is to start taking care of your skin. Having nice, clear, healthy skin is something that not only looks appealing, but it also feels a lot better than if your skin, maybe has some acne or oftentimes it's oily, like my skin. I have very oily skin. Some people have dry skin. Everyone's different, but being able to manage that will make you feel a lot better. You can look back at some of my old videos from a couple years ago, and actually Don't do that, but you could theoretically look back at those videos and see I had a little bit of an acne problem, just a little bit. Okay, yeah, I had a big freaking acne problem. I realized that I didn't like that anymore. I didn't like the look, and I didn't like the feeling. Like, sometimes acne hurts. Like, it's no joke, you know? It can be sore. It can be painful, and that's not fun. And that's why today I'm excited to partner with Tiege Hanley to be the sponsor of this video. I like to work with them on a monthly basis to, again, help you guys out. You know, you can really start taking advantage of stuff like this for not a whole lot of money and completely change your life. Personally, I recommend starting with their level 1 system. And this system includes all of the basics: a daily face wash, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub, a morning moisturizer with SPF 20. You put this on before you start your day, before you go out of the house, and an evening moisturizer that you apply to your skin before you go to bed. You get all of this in a box delivered to your doorstep every month for just $25. That is a steal when it comes to taking care of your skin. This is something that you can't really undo. You want to start now, start when you're young, just don't put it off any longer. The sooner you can take control, the better off you'll be as you continue to age. Again, one of my favorite parts about this system is that it's foolproof. In each box, you get a card telling you exactly what to apply, when to apply it, and how much to use. If I can figure this stuff out, you definitely can. It's super easy, and it's so refreshing to not be overwhelmed with all these products that you just don't know how to use. And because they're sponsoring today's video, they're hooking you up with a free hand towel in your first box of Tiege Hanley. Just hit the first link down below in the description in order to take advantage of that offer. If you don't hit that link and go through, you're not going to get that free item. So you got to make sure that you go through the link and claim your free prize. Thanks again to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. CH Men Prive. So this one was kind of dubbed as the leather jacket fragrance back when it was really pulling a good amount of hype. I believe came out in 2015, and not too long after that, it started to really take off and do well in the community, and well deserved. It's a great scent. It's got leather, it's got whiskey, it's got tonka bean, it's sexy, it's warm, it's inviting, and it's got a bit of a mysterious, dare I say it, bad boy leather jacket type of smell. I know it's a little bit cringeworthy, trust me, I'm right there with you, but how else am I supposed to describe it? That's just how it comes across, and it's very nice. One of the main problems with this, and I wish they could have figured this out, is the performance. I've talked about it before, but this is one that I would really want to wear in the wintertime, but because it's not that strong, it doesn't work that well on my skin in the winter, so mostly I end up wearing it in fall/spring, when the temperatures are a bit more mild, a bit more forgiving. This one's an Eau de Toilette, and I think that they really could have stepped it up, released an eau de parfum and made it stronger. That's what any other brand would do. I don't know why Carolina Herrera didn't do it with this. And it's really annoying, and it really kind of makes me mad when they're putting out flankers of Bad Boy. But they didn't put out a flanker of this to make it stronger. That's just stupid. Why would you do that? Oh yeah, we don't want to put out a stronger version of potentially could be one of our top sellers and make even more money. We want to release a bunch of crap like Bad Boy and make a bunch of flankers on it. They have 3 flankers now. Come on, that's stupid. All right, next up, Givenchy Pie Air. So Givenchy Pie came out in 1999, and that kind of kicked off a trend of men's vanilla fragrances to some extent, because it's a vanilla benzoin, dusty, fresh, kind of floral scent. It's a bit more powdery. It's not your traditional woody, citrus aromatic fougere, just polo blue smell. It's not that. And that's kind of what was popular back in 1999, just more masculine stuff generally. Nowadays, we're moving over to the tonka bean, powdery, sweeter fragrances, but Givenchy Pie Air came out 21 years ago, and they weren't really doing that as often. And I really like Givenchy Pie. I love the kind of steps it made in the community. I love how it smells even still. It's a great scent, and Pie Air is also really pleasant. It's got benzoin, neroli, ginger, so you still get that dusty vanillic benzoin up top. It's powdery and dusty, like I mentioned, so this and the original Pie is not like a syrupy vanilla. It's just a different texture here. But the opening on this is absolutely incredible. You get that neroli right up top. I gotta spray it again. It's very like a crushed leaves neroli, like a green crushed leaves type of smell. You get ginger, giving it a bit of a sparkling spiciness. it smells awesome up top. It dries down to something powdery. Some people may go to the extent and say that it has a little bit of a baby powder smell, and I'm not going to judge you for that because I can see where you're coming from. I can pick up on that. For some, that may be an instant deal breaker. They're going to be like, nope, don't want anything to do with it. And that's perfectly fine. For others, you may actually like that about it. For me, I kind of dig it. And it should be said that this doesn't smell like baby powder, but it is powdery. And for me, it just makes me feel awesome when I spray it and when I wear it. I love this stuff. Next up, Armani Code Profumo. This one has tonka bean, leather, amber. This is kind of your evening out, party, club, fun, playful scent. It was dubbed that when it first came out, and it still holds true today. It's going to be more geared towards the younger crowd for sure, but it doesn't matter. If you're someone who's 45 years old and you like how it smells, by all means, please wear it. Don't be put off by the general consensus of the community saying that, oh, this is for teenagers. Don't listen to that stuff. Yes, it does have a youthful smell, but you can still wear it. It doesn't matter. I hate to see people kind of put off and misled by the general consensus of everyone getting together and saying, that is a teenager fragrance. That is an old man's fragrance. If you like it, wear it, period. It just doesn't matter. For me, this one gives me just such a nice confidence. It gives me such a nice feeling. Part of it is just kind of this kind of don't give a crap type of smell. You know, that's kind of what the guy that would normally be wearing this would be. That's just kind of the general attitude that I get from this one, is just no F's given type of thing, and that's what I like about it. Parfums de Marly Sedley. So out of the fresher Parfums de Marly that I own, this one for sure gets the most wear. And actually, there's a little bit of a dent in the bottle. Not a whole lot. You got to keep in mind, I have a lot of stuff that I like to rotate through, and that probably looks like nothing, but compared to a lot of other fragrances in my collection, which are still topped off and full, to be real with you, the fact that this one has a little bit of an air gap means something. That means that I really enjoy it, and in the summertime, I wear it quite often. You also don't need too many sprays with this one as well. It's not like I hammer down and go with 10 sprays and make that gap after a couple wearings. Usually just a couple sprays is all I need. It's a good performer. It's got mint, ambrox, and lavender. Nothing new here, nothing groundbreaking, so don't get me wrong. It's not like a next level, brand new smelling summer fragrance. This is something that you've probably smelled before, but it does a really good job. The mint up top is awesome. It's a really nice niche quality scent. You would expect it to be because it is niche, but it just does it really well, and I enjoy it a lot. And also knowing that I got something high quality on just makes me feel even better as well. And last up, Gentleman Eau de Toilette 2017 by Givenchy. So Givenchy's the top dog in this video. I have two fragrances in here. Didn't really mean to do that, but that's how it kind of ended up. Pear, iris, and lavender are some of the main notes. This is really good stuff. And it took me so long to buy this just because, you know, I had the Eau de Parfum, I had Gentleman Only Absolute, I had Gentleman Only, I had the new Boisé and the newest Eau de Toilette Intense. This is the last one that I got, even after the newest release. I bought it because I wanted to do a buying guide and I kind of needed it. And so when I got this in and I smelled it, I'm like, okay, I've been seriously missing out here because this is great. That pear fruity opening mixing with the nice iris in here is so good, so refreshing, and it is very uplifting. I just didn't think it was gonna be all that great. I just thought it was gonna be decent, but it's actually really, really good. Quite a bit different than the Eau de Parfum. Obviously that one's much sweeter, and quite a bit different than really everything else in the lineup, but in a good way. It really sets itself apart, and it's just something nice, refreshing, and different to wear. It makes me feel awesome. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 7 fragrances that give me a boost of confidence, and maybe these will do the same for you. If you have some different ones that I didn't talk about in this video, leave them down below, or even if you kind of share some ideas with me, put them down below as well. I want to hear from you guys. If you want to grab any for yourself, they will be linked up down below. And also, if you want to start taking care of your skin, hit that first link in the description. Tiege Hanley, they're going to get you hooked up. Get on that subscription service, and it will completely change your complexion for the better, and you're going to be feeling amazing. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Tiege Hanley, for sponsoring this video, and thank you, Recording Lights, for trying to crap out on me. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.